But when the entitled complaints are coming from Angel Reese, it makes news throughout the mainstream media.
Blah, blah, blah. From Angel Reese.
All right, let's be real. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese is the rivalry women's basketball didn't know it needed until it exploded. It all kicked off during the 2023 NCAA Championship when Angel Reese's LSU team steamrolled Clark's Iowa, claiming the title with a 102-85 victory. But it wasn't just the score that people remember. It was Reese's infamous ring point gesture directed straight at Clark during the final moments, a bold move that cemented her as both a villain to some and an icon to others. Drama? Oh, we were only getting started. Fast forward to the 2024 Elite Eight, where Clark and Reese clashed again. This time, Clark dropped a jaw-dropping 41 points, outshining Reese, who struggled with 17 points on 7 for 21 shooting. But even on an off day, Reese showed her dominance by grabbing 20 rebounds. That game gave Clark her revenge, setting the stage for what's shaping up to be a rivalry for the ages. This rivalry isn't just about who wins and loses, it's about two distinct styles. Reese, the trash-talking, hard-hitting powerhouse, and Clark, the cold-blooded sharpshooter who lets her skills do the talking. Together, they've captivated fans, sparked endless debates, and dragged women's basketball into the spotlight. And it's only getting more intense. Clark and Reese didn't leave their rivalry behind in college. They carried it straight into the WNBA. Clark landed with the Indiana Fever, while Reese joined the Chicago Sky. This season, they faced each other 4 times, and Clark's Fever emerged victorious in 3 of those games. But don't count Reese out, she put up more rebounds than Clark in every single matchup, and delivered some bone-rattling blocks that showed she isn't backing down anytime soon. The most memorable clash between them in the WNBA so far? The June 16th game, where Reese's attempt to block Clark's layup turned into a flagrant foul. Reese swung a little too hard, catching Clark on the head, and the refs didn't hesitate to call it. Fans ate it up, fueling the rivalry further as social media buzzed with hot takes. But here's the kicker. Clark and Reese know they're the league's biggest draws. They've become must-watch athletes, bringing in fans and ratings the WNBA desperately needs. And this is only the beginning. Their story is about to get even more interesting. Just when you thought things couldn't get more dramatic, here comes Unrivaled, a new 3-on-3 basketball league launching soon. With WNBA superstars like Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier leading the charge, Unrivaled promises to shake up the women's basketball scene with a unique, high-stakes format. The biggest difference? It's not 5-on-5 like the WNBA. This is 3-on-3, meaning fewer players, smaller courts, and way more personal matchups. Only 30 elite players will compete in Unrivaled's first season, and Reese has already locked in her spot. Meanwhile, the league is making a massive push to get Clark on board too. Rumor has it Unrivaled's offer to Clark could rival Lionel Messi's deal with the MLS. That means high salaries, ownership stakes, and other perks designed to make this league a serious competitor to the WNBA. If Clark signs, the basketball world is in for something big, and the rivalry with Reese will be front and center. Imagine Clark and Reese going head-to-head in a 3-on-3 setting. No teammates to rely on, no room to hide. Just pure skill and intensity on full display. Every possession, every block, every assist will have more weight. This smaller format guarantees more direct matchups between the two stars. And the drama? It's going to be off the charts. Clark's sharpshooting and Reese's physicality will be tested like never before. With fewer players on the court, Reese won't have much help under the basket, and Clark will have even more freedom to fire off those deep threes. Every game between these two will feel like a final, with fans glued to the action and waiting for the next viral moment. And here's the wild part, Unrivaled isn't a side gig. This league is aiming to give the WNBA serious competition. Offering the highest salaries in women's sports history, Unrivaled is out to make a statement. If Clark joins, this new league could become the biggest stage for women's basketball. Now here's the twist no one saw coming. Clark and Reese might not just be rivals in Unrivaled. They could become teammates. Yeah, you heard that right. Reese has already hinted that she wouldn't mind playing alongside Clark, and the idea is gaining traction. Imagine these two powerhouses joining forces, combining their strengths to dominate the 3-on-3 league. What would that mean for their rivalry? Would they set aside their differences and work together? Or would the tension spill over, creating even more drama for fans to enjoy? Either way, the basketball world can't wait to find out. Their potential partnership would be a game changer, flipping the script on everything we thought we knew about this rivalry. It's not just about competition anymore, it's about building a legacy. And Clark and Reese know they're at the center of something bigger than themselves. Unrivaled isn't just looking to complement the WNBA, it's out to challenge it. With the WNBA playing during the summer and Unrivaled in the off-season, players can technically compete in both leagues. But here's the catch. If Unrivaled offers bigger salaries, more media attention, and tighter matchups, what's stopping these stars from shifting their focus entirely? Clark and Reese are already two of the WNBA's biggest attractions. Clark's arrival sparked record-breaking viewership for Indiana Fever games, with attendance numbers skyrocketing wherever she played. The rivalry with Reese became a key storyline that gave fans a reason to tune in. But now, Unrivaled's offer could throw a wrench into the WNBA's future plans. If Clark makes the jump, it could trigger a wave of players following her lead, especially if they see the financial and career benefits Unrivaled promises. And with Reese already locked in, the WNBA might have a hard time keeping up with its new competition. The Clark versus Reese rivalry isn't just about basketball. It has spilled over into social media with heated debates, controversial statements, and viral moments feeding the fire. Reese hasn't held back in addressing the backlash she's faced, particularly the racial undertones of some fan interactions. She's publicly expressed frustration about the difference in treatment she and Clark receive from fans and the media. Reese has also spoken out about the harassment she's endured, including AI-generated images sent to her family, an ugly reminder of the toxic side of sports fandom. This off-court drama has only added to the intrigue around their rivalry, giving fans even more reason to stay invested in their story. Clark, on the other hand, has remained quiet amid the controversy, choosing to let her performance do the talking. But the contrast between the two, Reese's vocal stance versus Clark's reserved approach, has only fueled the media frenzy further. It's not just a basketball rivalry anymore, it's become a cultural flashpoint that extends beyond the court. Let's be real. Clark versus Reese is one of the most marketable rivalries in sports right now. Their games attract massive TV ratings, sold-out arenas, and endless engagement on social media. Fans can't seem to get enough of the drama, whether it's Clark's deep threes or Reese's in-your-face blocks. This rivalry is a goldmine for both leagues. The WNBA has already benefited, with Fever games drawing nearly 3 times more viewers than other games. But Unrivaled smells opportunity, and it's banking on this rivalry to catapult the new league into the spotlight. If Clark signs on, expect even more viral moments, sold-out arenas, and social media buzz around every matchup. Reese herself summed it up perfectly. "We brought fans to this league." And she's not wrong. The rivalry is redefining how fans engage with women's basketball. Whether they love the drama, the talent, or the personalities, fans are tuning in. And that's exactly what Unrivaled is counting on. The Clark versus Reese rivalry isn't just good for ratings, it's changing the way women's basketball is played, marketed, and consumed. As they transition from college to professional leagues, their rivalry continues to evolve, setting a new standard for what fans expect from the sport. With the potential move to Unrivaled, this rivalry is only going to heat up. Whether they remain rivals or become teammates, one thing's for sure. Clark and Reese are rewriting the future of women's basketball. Their story isn't just about wins and losses. It's about two athletes pushing each other to be better, drawing attention to the game, and challenging the status quo. And as the basketball world watches, one question lingers. Are we witnessing the start of something bigger than just a rivalry? Because one thing's certain, this story is far from over. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.